Actually, it's
Glad
about
we were streaming that live.
It's about a 50-50 split, believe it or not.
What of the two of us?
People of color.
Okay,
Live on YouTube.
I was gonna say, I mean, like on our podcast,
We're live on everything.
Sweet.
But the music hasn't played yet, which means it's the pre-show.
Not
It's
for
the
long.
pre-what?
The pre-show.
The pre-what?
It's the pre-com.
Jesus
That's-
Christ.
It's part of the pre-show.
That
Welcome
went
to
out on the air.
The warm out.
Popcorn
The-
pre-com.
Hey,
warm up.
Chris,
I
how
need a
many
delay.
episodes do we have that need to be edited?
20 or 30. You guys would quit making out throughout every episode.
I mean, it's just
a lot of
leave it-
editing.
Just leave it in next
It's
time.
a lot of editing.
Just leave it in next time.
Tony's really waiting for those
The
edited episodes.
ASMR of his beard rubbing against my baby face.
Tony's really waiting for those edited episodes to come out to start sending out advertiser packages. They're like, oh, what's this podcast about? And they just tune in.
I know all of our partners are like, hey, season 6, 2 episodes. Awesome.
2 episodes.
Yeah.
Great.
Oh, ribbed for wait. No.
Ribbed for
Awesome.
what? Yeah.
Oh no.
Trojan.
Popped for your pleasure.
We
Jesus.
vibe.
Because it's popcorn.
Get the
Chris.
Vector Plus. Prostate. What?
Oh, that'd be a great sponsor for condoms that won't pop. 'Cause we're popcorn tribunal.
No, we're not doing that. We did get an offer for sponsorship from
Creative ways to use movie theater butter.
from an adult toy company called Hot Octopus.
I remember that like a while back. You know what we haven't gotten a sponsorship offer from is a replacement lightsaber company. So
Ooh, I found one.
what? No, you didn't.
I did.
Did you really?
I found them on the TikTok.
He's ready
what
for
are they called?
music.
What are they called? What are they called?
Who's ready
What are
for
they called?
music?
Say it.
I don't know. I have to reach out to them.
Okay, but what's the name of the company? Maybe I know them. Maybe I
I
know.
don't know.
Maybe I'm familiar with their work.
Okay. Why don't you search TikTok for lightsaber companies, and I'll
Okay.
tell you if that's the right
If I
company.
go on TikTok and just search lightsaber companies, there's not going to be 40 of those.
You want me to do it for you?
No.
We already know that's one of your top searches. Lightsaber companies.
It's my only
It's like
search.
quit bitching about the free lightsaber I didn't get.
But if they sent me one, it'd be worth the money.
You would walk around with that thing dangling out of your ass. You'd be like, hey, like my new butt plug?
I would walk around, put to my belt, held in my hand aloft. I'd have it on
Would
every
you take
episode.
it in the bathroom with you for bathroom breaks?
Honestly, probably.
Yeah.
I would like. Do you ever have you ever heard that during the filming of Lord of the Rings?
There's a microphone.
Oh yeah, I keep being told I need to be closer to the
Yeah,
microphone.
eat it.
I get excited and I
Eat it.
and I
Eat
lean
it.
back. During the filming of Lord of the Rings, Viggo Mortensen would just walk around New Zealand with his sword because he was like that's how he would bond with his character or whatever. And so he was just like walking
Isn't
around.
that like a deadly weapon? Like, wouldn't that?
There
like-
wasn't. There was like in the behind the scenes they talk about it sometime. The cops were called on him because he was leaving a restaurant and was like swinging it around.
My favorite behind the scenes moment stars Viggo Mortensen, actually.
Is it the kicking the helmet?
It's the
thing?
kicking the helmet when he broke his
Yeah,
foot
yeah.
and still delivered the line. Yeah,
Hi, welcome to Popcorn Tribunal.
that's my line.
We cold opened on a movie fact this
Yeah,
time
we
instead
did.
of us saying
Actually,
something
no,
horrifying.
we cold open on you saying the
Nope,
word
nope,
cum.
nope, 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 nope. My mom wasn't here yet, so it doesn't count.
So it doesn't count.
My parents didn't hear it. Doesn't
Don't
count.
watch the VOD. Don't watch the VOD.
They don't- I don't think they know how to do that, so it's fine.
Welcome to Popcorn Tribunal. I'm Tony. That's Blaha. Over there in the third camera shot that you're going to see here momentarily. That's producer Chris.
I don't know why I thought you were gonna say Third Reich,
Yo.
and I was like, brother,
Wow.
it's too soon.
Look at that handsome man with the headphones on.
Did someone say that? No.
No, nobody would say that.
Nobody.
No.
It's really funny though because Max Verstappen, who races for Red Bull in Formula
I know who
One,
Max Verstappen
his engineer looks just like Neelis.
is.
Oh.
So every
bastard.
time I'm watching the race on Sunday, it's like I'm watching Neelis.
I've had a couple of people who heard you say that disagree with that statement. They didn't think that he.
Are
looked
you
like him.
shitting me?
I'm gonna share off air what people. Yeah, I'm not gonna share it. No.
You're gonna share.
gonna wait.
Off air
Is
what
it a
people
porn
think you look
star?
like?
Nope.
Have you ever
Worse.
seen,
A
have you ever
terrible
seen,
former Indiana politician.
People think you look like Mike Pence.
No. Am I on
see it.
fire right now?
Let's see.
All right, let's see.
Soon to
Max
be.
Verstappen.
Well, while Tony
Engineer.
looks that up, hi, welcome to Popcorn Tribunal. 'It's Wednesday, and that's the best night of your week because We stream on Wednesdays occasionally. From beautiful. I didn't think of a city before I started this. From beautiful Sandusky, Ohio.
Belmont, Tennessee.
Come on.
Okay, that's a different person than I've seen before.
No, then
So
it's
okay,
the
that
wrong
does.
person.
He does look like Neelis,
Like
but
even like in race mode, he definitely
okay, yeah,
more
he looks like Neelis. He does look like Neelis. That's true. Hey, Chris, I didn't know you were the manager of an F1 team. Or what is he? His
Look at that one. He's complaining on Facebook.
Oh, okay. Yeah, honestly, with his complaint face on, that's exactly
That's
like Chris.
Chris.
That's the same face Chris makes when he's
That's funny.
displeased.
I'm never displeased.
Never.
Oh yeah.
Never.
So you were totally happy in Godzilla?
He was just picking his fingers. It's okay.
I was asleep. How can I pick my fingers when I'm asleep?
It's you do it so
You
often
do
that
it-
it's a
you do it
sleepy habit.
subconsciously.
Don't pick my beautiful fingers.
All right, well, let's get our partners out of the way so your friend doesn't complain.
Okay.
And then we'll move on and we'll talk about some good shit this time. I watched a lot of stuff this week,
Uh-huh.
and you did not.
I watched 2 of the movies you talked about.
Because I made sure that you can no longer stream movies at work onto the large TV.
Do you think that you did that?
No, I don't.
Yeah, you didn't
I know.
do that.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, one of our favorite partners. Obviously, we are all drinking it. It is Glitch Energy.
Should I grab the flag real quick?
No,
and
leave
shut?
the flag
Okay.
there. We have a flag that will be hanging behind us at some point. But we're really excited about our partnership with them. Yeah, independent lab testing made by a fitness company, sugar-free, vegan, paleo-friendly. Great stuff. I am drinking the berry cherry. What are you drinking?
I think you gave me Rage.
We doubled up
bring,
on the strawberry Rage
Yeah.
Aid for you.
I didn't bring my own today. And
Yours is very concentrated.
I was outfitted
It's
by.
like someone just ate a bunch of broccoli and peed, and it's bright yellow.
Good
Yours is
lord.
red as
Yeah.
red can be.
Oh, okay. I was like, you were making a yellow comparison. I was like, you need to get your eyes checked, man.
No, that's when Chris puts his beer in his glitch container.
Oh
This is guava warfare. This is not beer.
Currently drinking the Guava Warfare.
yeah.
Did you do what I suggested, or is that just Guava Warfare?
Just guava warfare.
Okay. For the record, we all are all adults over the age of 21.
I mean, sure.
So, yeah, if you go to Glitch Energy, Glitch right there, spelled Glytch, there's probably going to be a logo on the screen here momentarily.
Oh, it was already there.
Use code
Right here.
popcorn.
I'll do this one.
You'll save 20% on your
no,
purchase.
right
Ooh,
here.
20% off by using the code
Right
popcorn at checkout.
Here?
It's right here.
Right in there.
I don't know.
I
Somewhere.
can't do the double shot and the logos.
I'll
It
give you a
doesn't
double shot.
doesn't play nice.
That's not appropriate.
No,
I
it's
can't
not.
believe you just said that, Blaha.
Listen, we don't have an HR department at this podcast.
In the TV,
We do.
we do. Who's
We
our
ha-
HR?
Mm,
We can't give personal
dog.
details.
we'll go for the dog.
Oh,
Oh, bring the dog out.
She's
the
not
dog
here.
went with
I
the
know.
wife. So visit glitchenergy.com.
That made it sound like we got divorced and she took the dog, by the way.
Visit glitchenergy.com. Use code popcorn and save 20% off.
Yeah,
Thank you, Glitch, for all you do for us. We love you.
I do love you, and I play the game on the website all the time. My go-to.
First of all, the fact that he mentioned it, he probably
Yes.
does.
I do all the time. If I get if it's that in the Google T-Rex game.
Oh wait, we do that if we get bored. Hey, I'm going over right
Jesus
now.
Christ. Wow.
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 So yes. Also keep an eye out. Right now you can actually purchase Glitch at Walmart.com. That's a new
Oh.
edition. You cannot use the gift card or the gift code, so you will not save 20%, but
But if you walk into a Walmart store and they have it,
they don't have
and
it.
you
They don't have
show
it in
them our
store.
podcast,
You can purchase it at Walmart.com.
they'll be
Don't
like,
listen to
cool.
what he's saying.
They'll
to you
go,
right
that's
now.
neat.
When I clip this and send it to
$13.
them, they will be like, tell him never to say that again.
I didn't actually say it would work though. I just
Okay.
said they would ridicule
Okay.
you.
Code popcorn glitchenergy.com. So thank you guys. Thank you, Glitch. We love you.
Yeah,
Thank you, Ollie and team.
I love you guys.
I'm playing the game. You can see it on air.
Are you currently playing the game?
I am. You can
Are
kind
you?
of see it if you
There
look
is
close.
a coin that I don't think you can actually get in the game. I think it's accidentally programmed into a position where you can't get it.
Sounds
And
like
it
you are
drives me fucking
drinking-
Sounds
nuts.
like you just need to get good.
sounds like you're drinking skill issue.
That
Kill
was
it.
so
That was a
sick.
reference. That was
That was
impressive.
so sick.
That was impressive.
All right, I gotta leave though. That's
All right. That was a burn.
that's the end of me on Popcorn Tribunal. I'm gonna walk home, I guess.
All right. Check this out.
Oh, cut.
No, we don't need to cut. So this right here is Scarlet Reaper from Pup and the Pepper. Pupandthepepper.com. Check this out. Pup and the Pepper, Scarlet Reaper, and every other flavor is now available on Amazon.com.
Ooh,
Which that's
Awesome.
massive. So
hell yeah.
go to Amazon.com, search for Pup and the Pepper. They are still donating a portion of those proceeds to local pet rescues. Amazing. We're super excited about that change. So congratulations to the guys over at pupandthepepper.com.
Hell yeah.
Some might say it's amazing.
Okay.
Wow,
Jesus.
I hate you. I actually lately have taken to mixing the Scarlet Reaper with
With your glitch, God, that sounds delicious.
probably could work out with any kind of fancy ranch I could get my hands on.
Yeah.
And then it's like the better version of that like
You're a
chicken
sociopath.
ranch that you can get
You're
from
a sociopath.
but you wouldn't believe how much Scarlet Reaper I put in it though. The
The
ratio
chicken
is
ranch that you get from Jimmy John's?
the ratio is like 9 parts Scarlet Reaper, 1 part ranch.
I love that stuff.
It's
man.
so
Yeah.
fucking good. I dip everything.
I'm
in it
still a
now.
cold pizza
did
guy. This
literally-
bottle is sealed because it is kept for tabletop
He dips.
viewing.
Tabletop
I have
RPG.
3 bottles of that at home, and I'm about to open number 2.
Nice.
Speaking of number 2,
Is this a Lux Bidet?
Cut!
there it is. I was say you could take the
Stop saying cut
you could
No,
take
we're a movie podcast.
you could take the water line for your Lux bidet
and
and just
fill it with
hook it
Scarlet
directly to
Reaper.
your Scarlet Reaper.
Yeah, no, let's not do that, please.
That's rough.
We need to
no,
get a-
But also, if you do go to pupandthepepper.com and use code popcorn at checkout, you will save 10% on your hot sauce purchase. Because we want them to be able to keep donating to rescues and things of that sort.
Yeah.
It is only on a hot sauce purchase, so merchandise does not qualify. But 10% is 10%. Save what you can. Also, help out local shelters.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Now cut.
Stop with the cut.
You and your cutting.
I swear to God, I'm gonna cut you. Do you want to talk about the next one?
I don't even know what you have queued up as the next one. So
Well, let's talk a little bit about our friends over at Space Panda Delta.
hell yeah.
Space Panda started with 4 flavors, 4 OG flavors: blue raspberry, yuzu lemonade, lime, and blood orange. And now they have 12 flavors. They have both Delta 8 and Delta 9.
Fuck yeah.
And they now have THC pain reliever gummies,
Mhm.
which are awesome.
Those are
so-
probably limited to certain states.
They're available in 48 states, believe it or not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and Indiana and Illinois and Michigan.
That's what
All
you call
included.
a glow up.
But so be aware the pain relief gummies will actually produce a pretty good high. But they also use frankincense, the scientific name for frankincense, to reduce swelling in joints. Your uncle, I believe, has been using it.
I think he did order. As far as I know, big fan.
About a month ago, he ordered
Yeah,
a couple
real-
bottles of it.
real
The
big
first time
fan.
we mentioned it, so we'll have to get a testimony at some point.
Or your producer who is still dealing with an injured elbow from his fall in the fall.
Is that why you're not editing episodes?
Oh, you hurt your elbow? That sucks.
Remember when I
That's really
fell?
sad.
Did you get a boo boo?
When I broke
That's
my
so
ribs and
unfortunate.
everything.
You broke your ribs?
I broke 2 ribs in November last year.
We're bad friends.
We're terrible friends.
We've been here since that happened, and we didn't even ask about
I'm
it.
still waiting on the birthday trip.
Yeah, me too.
Were you supposed to go somewhere for your birthday?
His wife called and was like, "Hey, keep it on the down low. We're gonna send you and Chris and another friend on a birthday
Well,
trip."
if people would commit to dates, things could
I
happen.
committed. I said, "Whenever, wherever, I'm in."
I don't know anything about this because apparently I'm not
You
really
weren't
Chris's
around
friend.
at the time. You hadn't started. with
She
the
turns
podcast.
40
that's
in
true.
August, and we're going out to a resort place in Arizona.
Sandals.
It'll be fun.
You guys did have a significant number of birthdays before I was born, even. So
Yeah,
there's
fuck
probably
you.
a lot of.
I just had a birthday.
Yeah, I know. Can I ask you a question? Did
No.
you unfollow me
Yes.
on Twitter and then refollow me so that when I clicked on the notification, it would take me to your profile and have the birthday balloons pop up?
No, the account that I followed you from, I hadn't been following
Okay,
you yet.
I thought you
I think
had.
it was Popcorn.
No, it was
Popcorn's
Tickle
account.
Buddies.
Was it Tickle?
I thought you had followed me from it, and I saw that at
Oh,
7 in the
on
morning, and I was like,
purpose.
this motherfucker
so,
was just like,
just
oh,
so you could see my birthday.
because it was
tweet.
on your birthday that you did it. And so I was like, this little bitch was just like, oh, make sure he remembers. Because you knew I was like, you knew I'm going to click on the
You
notification.
still didn't text me to say happy birthday. You didn't even put it on fucking Facebook or anything.
I don't really go on Facebook. I did say it in Teams, though, at work.
Doesn't count. I thought we were best friends.
When's my
and you
birthday?
can't find it within yourself to bring me a half-eaten everything bagel with cream cheese.
No, I couldn't give less of a shit.
But oh wait. An everything bagel?
Yes.
I guess
That would
that'll
be
work.
a trap. Like, I'm trying to get you.
I'm a big fan of onion.
Anyways, if you go to spacepandadelta.com and use code popcorn at checkout, you will save 20%.
We really need to write a script for these because
Nah.
we get
No, we
so
don't.
off
What
track.
fun are scripts, man?
I'm just gonna
yeah,
start using an edit button. I don't actually edit the video out. It'll just be a
just
beep
a voiceover.
over the stuff we don't want to
Is
hear.
it just me going,
Dude,
"And
I have
cut"?
friends. I have friends who are voiceover artists who said that they would cut these for us. That would be so funny to like hold up a product and just put them talking over the top of it.
Speaking of friends of the
Nice.
show, I did see a tweet from Hydro 70. Was it Hydro 74?
Mhm.
That he worked on the collector's edition of the new 2024 D&D books that are coming out.
Yeah, I
And they
bought one
look-
of his D&D books for my son for Christmas
Yeah.
last year.
The new books look
So our new
Fantastic.
logo that Chris typically has, it's in the bottom left-hand corner there. It's nice and translucent.
Yep.
You can check it out at Popcorn Tribunal. It was designed by world famous Star Wars designer. He
Star
has
Wars.
worked for Lucasfilms. He's currently actually working on a project for Lucasfilm.
another Nerf gun.
No, it's not another.
You want me to make the logo blink so people can?
No, you're fine.
Yes.
But yeah, he did our logo for us. So
Thank you.
Thank you, Joshua. He actually gave me like 16 different versions of our logo. So we'll be adding some new merch to the website, which is awesome. So
Nice.
just like the hat that, oh wait, no, you never wear the hat that I bought you.
You
with
didn't
the
buy me a hat.
popcorn.
You bought one for my partner.
You guys in
said
your hats.
specifically, this is for your partner, not for you. If I catch
That's
you wearing
true.
it, I'm going to slap you.
I had to
did say
buy
that.
extra lighting for you guys in your hats so people could actually see your eyeballs.
Are you just mad because we didn't get you a hat?
No, I'm good.
Do you want a hat?
No,
we'll buy
no.
you.
We'll buy you a hat.
We'll buy
Let's
him
get him
But
a hat with
I'm
titties
I'm
on
a
it.
bald guy with a large.
Can we get him a
head.
hat with titties on it?
That's already looks what his head looks like.
His head does look like a titty.
Really coming for Chris today.
Titty
really.
head. Love you, Chris. Thank
No,
you
you
for
don't.
all that you do.
I do love you, Chris.
Should I rub the top of my head?
Any other questions about how you can support the show? Go to popcorntribunal.com, click on the partners link in the menu at the top of the page, and click on any of the photos there. You can support our partners like Lego, NordVPN.
Yeah, Lego really needs our help.
Especially
It
if
supports
you,
us.
No, I know.
It doesn't
You better
support
hit up
them.
that VPN if you live in Indiana and you like your adult website.
Hey, I
No,
used
they
it to
blocked
watch
that,
the
someone told
Indianapolis
me.
500 this year, and then I found out that it was live anyways.
You
Yeah.
idiot.
Like-
Ancestry.com, Gladiator PC if you're in the UK.
Mhm.
So yeah, we're really proud to work with all of our partners. So
And
thank you so
someday in the
much.
future, a lightsaber.
I will
company.
find you a fucking lightsaber company.
A
I will
light-
give them a full season sponsorship for 3 lightsabers. That's all
Ooh.
they have to do. No money. 3 lightsabers. One for you, one for me. Chris, what color do you want?
Okay.
They all have color change. If
Chris,
you,
what color do you want?
I don't.
If
know.
you
What
get a-
color lightsaber
Jesus.
do you want?
color changing.
Okay.
RGB.
That's such an important question. You can't just throw that at
It's
someone.
not an
What
important
color of
question.
lightsaber do you
if
want?
If you don't already know what color lightsaber you want,
Yellow.
you're gonna have issues.
yellow. Hold on. Orange.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Chris.
Orange.
I'm gonna say a nice.
Chris feels like a blue.
I was gonna say a deep blue.
I like blue, but I'm leaning green.
I like blue.
Well, you're gonna get blue and you're gonna fucking like it, Neelis.
Fine, Dad.
I'm fine with green. Green. I'm surprised you remembered that I'd said orange.
I'm a good friend.
Mm.
I'm not a good friend. I'm actually a terrible friend. But
Jesus.
I do provide entertainment value.
You officially have my permission as the creator of the show.
Mhm.
If you can find a lightsaber company at any of the shows that you visit or whatever for 3 quality lightsabers, we will present. They will be the presenting sponsor for the entire
Handshake deal
season.
on the spot. Like, you hand me 3 lightsabers right now, I'm gonna.
I will give a presenting sponsorship spot to a lightsaber company
You
that
hear
sends
that?
us 3
Everyone
lightsabers.
out there, if you happen to see this and you own a lightsaber,
They got to
company,
be quality
gotta
lightsabers.
be
Don't go to
good.
Target and buy the fucking ones that you
they
go,
gotta
whoop,
be
they're
good.
out.
Not like the people who fucking dangled me.
I want them
previously.
to make noise. I want to feel the weight in my hand.
I want character lightsabers. I want unique lightsabers.
DJ Catfish is green, like we're gonna get him one.
Yeah, no.
You can use our discount code. and
Doesn't
buy
he not
yours.
like the acolyte? You can't have a lightsaber then.
I don't like the
You
acolyte.
can't have it
Speaking of
either.
me not liking the acolyte, let's transition and have that discussion.
Okay, yeah, yes.
Oh, boy.
Get the Star Wars out of the way when
There
we're
you go.
already talking about it.
I was excited.
Okay.
By the looks of things, you still slightly are.
I'm gonna say spoiler
was-
alert leading
I was
into this.
no. This was 2 weeks ago. Come on.
Well, if you haven't watched,
I
it,
was
Better call a doctor.
excited. I was intrigued.
Mhm.
There were characters that I was falling in love with,
like Yord,
Yord.
Fandar.
And now Yord is Swiss cheese.
No, Jackie is Swiss
Jackie
cheese.
is Swiss cheese.
Yeah, Yord.
Yord is twisted like a pretzel.
He could be okay. You never know. He could just be taking a nap.
You
DJ
and I
Catfish
fought
has not seen one
over
episode.
this. Like, I was done with this
I-
show.
I feel like
I was pissed.
I like it.
I was like, I get invested.
I like that you said.
And then
we,
in one fell swoop,
I really love that you said we fought over this, and I was like, so I was just like, oh yeah, that's kind of that. I get you.
whatever, dude.
I
I will
was
read
so
the text
calm about
messages
it.
out loud if you want me to. I was so fucking pissed off. I was like, are you serious? This was the show that was going to save the series. I was already a little pissed about Carrie Ann Moss dying in the first 5 minutes of the first episode.
Just the good.
But it shouldn't be playing anything.
Oh, the
Close
glitch game? Has it been playing the glitch game music since you turned it on?
That's crazy.
Oh no.
That's so funny.
But wait, why can't we hear it?
We can hear it just fine.
No, the music that they were hearing, we should be able to hear
Oh,
that.
Sorry about that, DJ.
And mom. My mom texted me too.
Anyways, so the point that I was trying to make here is I was pissed. Did I do it in the Popcorn Tribunal chat?
No, you were just like, oh well, we argued about the show a little bit in teams, and then
I think I texted it because
The
Chris
text-
was involved in the
the text
conversation.
Yeah.
message you sent. No, the one in the Popcorn Tribunal thing that you was a different conversation that we were going back and forth on.
Oh yeah, about Dr. Disrespect.
Oh man, that's jacked up, that whole situation.
No, it's not. It's pretty simple. He talked to a small child inappropriately, and
No, that's what I mean. It's jacked up.
yeah.
that They did it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess clarify the stance. Fuck
Can we
you,
all
Doctor.
stop for a
Fuck you,
moment and laugh
Doctor
at this child
Disrespect.
predator? That's funny.
That was
Fuck-
crazy. I was in the glitch site. I had the game going, and then I was looking at product, and it just kept
Okay.
playing. Apparently,
Hey Chris, if you buy any products, just use code popcorn and save 20%.
I
I'll
will.
re-
All
Yeah.
right, well, anyways, I can't find the conversation, but go ahead and your statement.
when the
Oh,
show's
I'm
over, I'll replace
What
all
you were
that
gonna say,
audio.
the
and-
Oh, I was gonna say,
funniest text
oh yeah.
message that
Well,
you've
first I
received.
will, just since we touched on it. Fuck you, Dr. Disrespect, and also, hey, Sketch.
No,
you're
we're not
perfectly
touching on
fine.
that. We're not touching on that.
I
Leave
love
it
you,
be.
Sketch. You're good.
No, keep going.
Oh yeah, no. Tony texted me during episode 6 of the
So
Acolyte.
the first thing I said was, did they switch?
Yes, which
Which
obviously
they did.
Yes, and then I just get a text from Tony that goes,
The
I'm not
otter
gonna
is
give any-
onto
I'm
her.
not giving any context. Just if you've seen it, you've seen it. Tony was like, "Oh yeah, they definitely switched." And then the next text was, "Oh, this otter's onto her." And the funniest thing that he's ever texted me in our entire friendship,
Is
I
that
laughed
really
for
the
like half an
funniest
hour.
thing?
About it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you weren't a part of the weirdest boner text.
What?
Chris, you remember
We'll
that
talk about
story.
this off air.
Do I remember
I'll
the
share
weirdest
that story
boner
right the
story?
fuck now.
No, I do not remember the story of the weirdest boner
So
you've
Derek-
ever had this week.
Derek,
Yep, Derek, friend of the show,
friend
TV
of the
star.
show. We had a legal experience with a gummy variant of
Yeah.
and it was a container of gummies that had melted,
Yeah.
and so we were like scooping it out, so we didn't have any way to decide like how much it was.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had just taken mine, and my son calls me. He's like, "Dad, I left this at your house." And I'm like 15 minutes from the house.
I
And
should have said it was hard to tell.
looked at
how much-
Derek and I said, "How long do I have before this kicks in?" And he's like, "Oh, you got a half hour." So I'm thinking I can get home, I can drop this off and make it back on time. So I get in the car, and within 3 seconds, I have popped the weirdest boner I've ever had.
Driving a stick shift.
It was like driving a stick shift.
Oh,
and
boy.
I sent a text to Derek and Tyler without thinking. I was like, "I got the weirdest boner I've ever had in my life. Is this normal?" Sent it and immediately regretted it. But yeah.
I bet.
Yeah. Luckily it went away before I got home.
Well,
But yeah.
you're welcome, audience, for that.
You're
insight.
welcome.
It's like
for
I
that
have
story.
a broken banana in my pocket.
Okay, so
What?
what made you mad then about episode 5 of the Acolyte? Why was that?
Because
the
everybody
turning
fucking
point?
died.
But that's like
All of the characters that you just have to, because it takes time to develop an investment in characters.
Mhm.
And they had just told a little bit of the backstory behind Jekka, and you're just like, "Oh, cool, I'm kind of invested." And then they fucking die. Like
Yeah.
the Chewbacca character was dead. The Wookiee, I was like, "The
Kalnaka?
fuck just happened?"
Yeah, Kelnaka did get Kelnaka definitely got the fridge. I mean, I was obviously sad that those characters died. I very
now
much,
I have a weird boner.
I very much loved Yord like right away. Jackie also was great, but Yord was like a huge favorite of mine right off the bat for some reason. I don't know how to explain it. I just loved Yord. And so I was sad that they died, but it does, like, at least in my mind, it served the plot of what was going on to show like this dude means fucking business. He just took out an entire team of Jedi.
Yeah, but okay, you say it serves the plot.
Mm-hmm.
How?
By upping the stakes, by showing how serious of a situation they're in.
But if it's such a serious of a situation, why would they switch places?
What do you mean?
The twins.
Yeah, but why does that?
If they're in so much danger from this one person, why would they switch places?
well, I mean, because like May like stunned Osha and then like went off presumably to try to kill Soul.
It still pissed me off.
I mean, I understand it. Like, I understand being pissed about like losing out on that many characters right away. I don't think
I want to point out that there are a lot of Star Wars podcasters and like people who live watch it and react and things that are equally as pissed.
Yeah, no, it was a pretty divisive episode. I think the general.
Excuse me?
It was pretty divisive.
I'm sorry. What's the word?
Divisive. What is it? Or
No, I'm with him on the divisive. I hate divisive. That's the dumbest. It's
Yeah.
divisive. Just say divisive.
Okay, so then you're gonna say divid every time you're doing mathematics.
No. Do you say GIF or diff?
You say
It's
dismissive.
Okay, so you
No,
don't say.
dismissive.
So you pronounce it correctly.
Do you say dismissive?
Or dismissive.
Dismissive. I do think it was a pretty divisive episode. I think the general.
God damn it!
The general agreement amongst people was that it was a
Did
good,
you watch it on your TV?
yes, on my TV. It was a good quality episode. What did you think of the lightsaber choreography of it? Like, because that was a big thing
Okay,
people touched on too.
Here is the only redeeming thing that I enjoyed about that episode,
Yeah.
and I found out after the fact.
okay.
The fact of his helmet and gauntlet,
Yeah, the cortosis.
right? That it shuts off a lightsaber,
Mhm.
and that's why they were shorting. And then the the method that he fights with of turning the off and on
Yeah.
of the lightsaber. That
Yeah.
was pretty cool. It
Yeah.
reminded me a lot of a movie with Christian Bale and Taye Diggs
Not
where
the
they
land of
did-
far away. Got it.
where they did like a
gun kata.
martial art with a desert
Yeah.
eagle.
Yeah,
That's what that kind of
gun fu.
reminded me
Yeah.
of. Yeah.
I really loved
What was that movie called?
I know the movie you're talking about. I can't because they're supposed to kill the puppy at
Equilibrium.
some point, right? But they don't.
It's pecan. Pecan,
Is it
by
not?
the way. It's not pecan.
Yeah. It's
Oh, Equilibrium
It's
is the
not
film.
pecan. It's Jesus Christ.
Anyways, I really liked the lightsaber combat. I thought it was probably the best we've seen since like the prequels, like action wise, like for how exciting it was.
Yeah, and
So-
when Jekka busted out that second lightsaber, I was like,
Jackie.
Did I
whatever.
finally jump in with
That's
a
how I pronounce
timely response
Are you
to what is?
talking?
I
can't
jumped
hear
in with
you.
a timely response of what something is. It just completely ignored me.
I can
I
barely
like-
hear you,
acknowledge
Christopher.
that.
I'm sorry.
Equilibrium. I said it like 3 times.
Oh yeah, good.
and
Oh,
no
it's a great
response.
movie.
Jesus.
I heard it the first time and acknowledged it. I didn't hear you the other 2 times.
Right.
I love that movie.
That's one demerit for each of you.
Oh,
Have you?
okay.
I rented that movie from Blockbuster Video, and kept the
Yeah,
video and
yeah, you
paid
did.
the fee to keep it.
Oh, they're coming after you.
no,
coming down.
I paid for it. I bought it from them.
Still
Blockbuster
coming
Mafia
after
stuff.
you.
It was late, and they're like, "You have 3 days to return it, or you can pay this amount and keep it." I paid that amount to keep it.
So
Ooh, a
did
noodle
your
star.
opinion improve again of the series with
No!
the follow-up episode? Or?
No,
Gotcha. So did you think it was a bad episode or just too much for you to overcome?
I don't even remember what the next episode was about,
Except for the otter. Except you
except for
remember
the otter
You remember the space otter being onto her?
and some seduction scene of him bathing.
Yeah, naked in the pool. Yeah. Second time in Star Wars history you've gotten full frontal.
Hmm?
The first time was in Solo.
I mean,
There was no full frontal.
Tech-
Yeah, in
Technically-
Solo he was naked in the shower and Chewbacca was like,
You don't see the peen.
See- you don't see it
C3PO
in-
is
Then
always.
it's not
Chewbacca
full
either.
frontal,
"Ugh,"
weirdo.
it's the implication that someone else is seeing a dick.
Oh, it's presumed full frontal. Is that what you're
I
saying?
do love that like in that
Let's
scene
not be divisive.
Amandla Stenberg straight up is like
That's a
I
massive
mean,
scar.
R2D2 whipped it out a few times.
He
so,
did
just saying.
a couple and stuck it in some holes too.
Chewbacca's
Jesus.
always walking
That's
around
the
naked,
key.
who knows?
Wait a minute.
I've always wondered where Chewbacca's genitals were.
Under the fur, probably.
Yeah.
Guess he
At least-
doesn't manscape. Or does he manscape under the fur? Is it like a layered system? What do we got?
Does he take off his fur when he gets home?
So as it stands right now, you do not like the acolyte
No.
anymore. Is it? Do you think there's any redeeming quality to it? You're just pissed off that they killed the characters you like.
I might finish the series because the otter's adorable.
You didn't watch last
Let me clarify. I like who's the Korean guy again?
night. Lee Jung Jae.
I like him.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
really good. You'll. I look forward to hearing what your opinion is on last night's episode.
So I tried to go back and rewatch Ahsoka.
Ahsoka. I love Ahsoka.
Mary Elizabeth Winstead,
Mm-hmm.
Mrs. Ewan McGregor.
Yes, as a General Harris Syndulla.
Her costuming is terrible.
What do you mean?
Her costuming is terrible.
What part of it do you not?
It's not. It's bad.
Like just the general outfit,
It's
or
like
the
her
makeup,
makeup
or-
is fine. The costuming is terrible.
Really?
Not flattering in any capacity.
So what you're
Oh.
saying is it's not a pleasant thing to look at. What you're saying.
Tony is saying he can't objectify General Harris.
No,
Syndulla.
that's not what I'm
Oh.
saying. I'm saying as someone who has observed women in nice clothing that is designed for their body, this is not flattering for her in any capacity.
I mean, does it have to be? It's just utilitarian. She's wearing a flight suit and a jacket. Does
you
it
don't
have to
think
be-
that every other woman in the series has a flattering costume?
I gotta
Because
be
they
honest.
do.
I don't really think about it that way. I look at the costume and it's like, oh, this is cool, and then kind of move on from
You're a
it. You
fucking
know.
liar. Let's not be divisive here.
I think you're the one who's being.
You're
divisive.
being divisive.
Now it's getting divorced.
I actually love like Hera's like look because I mean it's straight out
Oh,
of the.
I thought you said you don't look at the costumes.
No, I said I look at the costumes. I said I don't consider whether or not they're flattering.
No, and that's the problem is that it's that unflattering that I was like, this is a beautiful woman,
Sure.
and they put her in parachute pants.
Yeah, she's wearing like a cool flight suit and because she's supposed to be wearing like
No,
the
no,
same
no,
thing the
she's-
pilots wear.
This is not the flight suit that she's wearing. She's
it's-
literally wearing parachute pants and like a tank top. It's not the flight suit.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, they're supposed to be flight suit
It's
pants.
not.
That's why they're
I
parachute pants.
promise you.
I know more about Star Wars than you.
Oh, I don't fucking care.
And I love the leather jacket she's got.
She doesn't have a leather jacket on. I'm telling you, it's not that costume. It's a different one.
Pull it up. Google it.
No.
We'll Google it in the car, and then you'll issue a tweet apology later.
The Twi'lek
Twilight.
chick? Is that
Twilight.
who I'm talking about?
Yeah, General.
Yes, that's
Syndulla.
who I'm talking about, DJ.
Hera. I think she. Yeah, I actually really love the Ahsoka show. I that is one though that like, I don't understand as much as I love Ahsoka. I think that's probably my favorite of the Star Wars shows, maybe tied with Acolyte. I don't understand how anyone who hasn't seen the animated show Rebels gets anything out of that show because it so heavily relies on
Out of Ahsoka?
yeah, because it so heavily continues like narrative beats from Rebels, which I think is I think that's a general problem with Star Wars lately. But like watching,
Oh,
she's
here
got
comes the
volume way up.
demonetization.
That outfit right there.
Yeah, she's wearing a leather fucking jacket.
That is not a flight suit.
The pants are part of a flight suit.
And it's extremely unflattering.
Want to be a leather teddy?
I feel like I disagree. I don't really know, but I don't really look at I don't really look at that costume and think like,
I'm gonna get all
is
the
this
feminist
flattering?
votes now.
I just think like, oh, this looks cool. You know, this is a cool looking costume.
He said, "Bruh, she was fine AF."
I mean,
anyways,
but you know, I really love that show. It does baffle me that anyone who hasn't seen the animated show Rebels watches that and takes anything from it. I think they leaned way too heavily on nostalgia from that show.
I think the first episode sets it up to be really exciting, and then it gets really slow.
You think so?
Yeah, like when she's cutting through the stone and then killing everybody. That's awesome.
Even with, I mean, the episode,
and then some bitch kicks her off a cliff, and you don't hear from her for an hour.
By bitch, you mean like
Balin
a bad
Skull?
person, not like
Correct. I mean a bad person.
You mean
Yeah.
Balin Skull, played by the late Ray
no? The
Stevenson?
woman that was with him is the one that kicked her off the,
Who,
the
Ahsoka?
cliff. Yes.
No, it's Balin who does it. When are you gonna learn to not question me on Star Wars things? You
I
can
don't
pull it
know.
up right now.
It doesn't make your dick look any bigger that you
'Cause,
know all this
I mean,
Star Wars.
honestly-
shit.
Balin's like holding her at saber point, and Sabine's gonna destroy the map, and then she's like, "Let her."
No,
Ahsoka
that was
go.
after Ahsoka went off the cliff.
It's before
Because
and after.
Sabine is threatening to
Yeah,
blow.
and because he's like, "Let."
Bro, I just watched that episode.
So did
this morning.
I. I watched it when you said literally Sabine's like, "Let her go, and I'll give you the map," and he like flings her off the cliff and is like, "What are you gonna fucking do about it now?" And then he makes a deal with her. You can pull.
By
it
the
up.
way, when did Sabine cut her hair?
In like episode 2.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
Yeah, she has like a little knife and she does like a ceremony with it. It's a little Jedi ceremony she does. But yeah, it is indeed Ray Stevenson as Balin Skull that throws Ahsoka off the cliff. As Sabine is fighting. The
Okay,
other
maybe
girl.
it makes your dick a little bigger.
Yeah, you're right. You're fucking right. It does. Don't make me humiliate you.
he
Don't
likes
make
it.
me
He
whip it out and
loves being
prove it.
humiliated.
I can admit.
I still
fully-
am hating the Acolyte.
That's okay. Listen, everyone. Like, I will never be one of the weird people who's like, you don't like the thing I like. Fuck you. Like,
Really?
I'm-
Because you did actually say to someone, "Fuck you."
Well, if they say it for a stupid reason, like there's a lot of women in this show, then I will be like, hey, fuck you. But
no, you said it for absolutely no reason. To
oh well,
one person
sometimes I'll
in
also say it to
particular.
be funny. Yeah.
Yeah. And she did not think it was very funny.
Sometimes I'll do it just to be contrarian and fun.
We don't kink shame. Thanks, DJ.
But you know, I am still enjoying the Acolyte. I do understand people's like issues they have with it, but overall, I'm still really enjoying it.
Good for you.
Thanks, buddy.
Sure, man.
You sound so bitter.
I cannot believe she died.
Who?
House
Jackie?
of the Dragon. I
Oh.
cannot believe.
Oh well, just spoiler alert.
I
It's
cannot
only been
believe
days.
I
now.
said she died. How many she's are in this show?
Quite a few, but spoiler alert for House of the Dragon. We're about to talk about it. I'm assuming then you've seen the most recent episode.
First of all,
Pour one out.
oh my god. Yeah, like wow. Now, here's the thing though. Clearly her character knew what was happening and knew that it was a suicide.
Are we avoiding saying the name, or are we just going? For
No,
it?
we're not
We
gonna
already
say the
spoilered alerted. right?
I'm more devastated that 2 of the dragons are now gone.
I don't think. I think only one of them is.
No, both of them are. The king's dragon is dead.
He was still moving around at the end.
No, he finished him.
No, who finished him?
Oh my
The
God, we're
big
doing.
dragon
This is the
finished him.
second time this has
No,
been
he
brought
was
up.
still like moving around.
You
at
too.
the
No,
end.
because he killed the king.
Aegon's
that's the
not-
whole thing.
Aegon's not dead either.
You guys
that's
need to
the
put
thing.
money on this to make it interesting.
Oh, we should.
You don't have any money.
Yeah, but you'll get it eventually. Yeah, but you have money, which means if I'm
Jesus
right, I
Christ.
win. I'll bet you $100 right now that
Nope.
Aegon and Sunfire. are
I will
still
not
alive.
gamble live upon my podcast.
No,
All
no,
right, we'll
no.
talk
Just
about
make
it
a bet.
later.
And he can always hit up the check and the cash, make things happen. It's fine.
Oh, another cripple? Is that what we're thinking? DJ says not dead, another cripple. I'm
Jesus.
pretty confident the dragon finished him off.
I am pretty confident that they are both still alive but severely fucked up. However, though,
Yeah, that one,
Melis and
That-
Rhaenys
pretty dead.
are definitely dead.
Not only did the dragon get sliced, get his neck basically chopped, but literally fell on top of her.
Yeah, and then exploded like
and
a
then
fighter jet.
exploded. Like
I
a-
really love the creative choice they made that whenever dragons crash in the show, they explode.
Maybe the dragon's innards like melted and
Oh,
formed a protective
realistically,
cocoon.
I mean, if you think of like things that I've read growing up about dragons, your air conditioner just kick on. That was
yeah, I know.
It would make sense. I think even in that movie with Matthew McConaughey and Christian
Rain of
Bale,
Fire, yeah.
Rain of Fire, that happened there. One of the dragons exploded.
Well, they do kind of show too.
They're
early-
basically full of lighter fluid.
Yeah, like earlier in the episode after Sunfire gets cut up
Yeah.
and then flies over the field,
Yeah,
the
the
people who get hit
blood-
by the blood are getting
it's like
burned.
acid,
So
yeah.
clearly, there's a lot of
Yeah.
heat. But yeah, no, you know what? I'm gonna controversial statement. Maybe fuck Vagar. I'm so sick of that fucking dragon. Fuck you, Vagar. Doing all this bullshit constantly. You ate little fucking Lucerys. You feel good about that? Lucerys is a kid. Rhaenyra is the real queen.
By the way, I just want to point out that I said that I think that Viserys might still be alive. And then that episode where they showed his body.
Wait, Viserys, the king, the one who was like falling apart.
Children are the
The one that got
popcorn
attacked.
shrimp.
Oh,
The
you mean?
first one that died.
Oh, wait, you mean the little baby? The little baby that got.
No, the
Okay.
one that went to court and was like threatening, and he was like, "You better leave," and he's like, "All right, I'm leaving." And
Maybe
then
children are the popcorn
the-
shrimp of the
It was
Dragon
the
Ball.
first one that died by dragon attack, bro.
Oh yeah, Lucerys.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
That's what I was
You
talking
said
about.
Viserys. I got real confused.
You
there for a
said
second.
Viserys.
I think
This
you
is
said
so
Viserys.
divisive.
You
God.
said
This
you
is-
said
we're being pretty
Viserys.
divisive
I
right now.
would not have said Viserys if you hadn't said it.
Anyways, little Vagar, go fuck yourself. You ate little Luke. Luke is Lucerys.
Yeah.
You ate little Luke. You killed his dragon, whose name I can't remember. I think it was Atraxes or something.
Butterfly wings. Who knows?
I don't know. That show's-
Moonlight statue.
They're doing so good with that show, though. Like, holy shit. Like, I love Game of Thrones, don't get me wrong, but this is way better.
Hannah Waddington tweeted, "Hey, that's my costume at the nun's costume."
Yeah. Man, Emma Darcy just does look real good. Like, now that they've, like, upped the costuming and, like, wig budget,
Yeah.
they look great this season. Like, fan-fucking-tastic.
I don't look at costumes and
Oh,
make
yeah?
judgments on.
You're telling me
fashion.
you don't look at the costumes and think, man, this is a sick costume.
I'm just like, fuck you. You just went off on me for saying that shit about Star
I
Wars,
said
and
I
now
don't
you're
look at
saying
it.
it about House
I
of the
don't look
Dragon.
at it and objectify.
I didn't objectify. Saying that something is not flattering is not objectification.
Okay.
If I had said, "Damn, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, I want to smack that ass," that's
You,
objectifying.
you just said it, and I'm gonna cut that.
He
and
is
use
going
it.
to clip it and cut.
Yep.
Do you know what, though? You are the
Hey,
only...
if you haven't clipped me talking about the fine dark chocolate that is
Oh,
Lupita
God.
I'm gonna
Nyong'o.
echo it. When you say
And
slap, it's
cut.
gonna be like slap, 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 slap.
Do you know what, though? You are the only person I've ever seen say that about Mary Elizabeth Winstead in that show, because some people were like,
I mean, DJ just said it.
it was like a whole meme in the Star Wars community that they were like, look at her ass. And then it was like Mary Elizabeth Winstead was like not cool with it.
Well, I didn't say that.
No, I know. I'm not saying you did. But yeah, man, House of the Dragon, holy shit.
Man, she's
So fucking good this season.
Mary Elizabeth. She's
It's-
39
I've
years old.
enjoyed how old?
Really?
Yeah, 39. Be 40 in November. That
Well,
doesn't
how
seem
old is
possible.
Ewan? He's like 50. He's in his late
Uh,
40s, isn't he?
I know.
Anyways,
She's 10 years younger than
I'm
me.
actually considering going back and starting this season over.
House of the Dragon. Did you rewatch season 1 before season 2? Or?
Yes.
Yeah, no, they're killing
By
it.
the way, oh my God, controversy on the internet because they showed an erect penis being filleted in the last episode of House of the
Oh,
Dragon.
did they? I missed that.
Yes.
Okay.
You missed it?
Yeah, somehow. I guess I can't think of when that would have happened.
CGI.
When they were in the whorehouse?
Yeah, it was in like the
It
background.
was
or
in
something?
the front. It was
Oh.
like in right there.
Yeah, I definitely.
Girl going like this. I was like, oh shit.
Don't you love when people get real weird about like penises showed up in the shows and it's like, man, you'd be cool with if this was a vagina.
No, I mean
Grow
I'm
up.
fine with penises. It's
Oh,
just
yeah,
you
no.
don't often see erect penises.
No, you're not the problem. I'm talking about a lot of people online who the second you see a penis in a
that
Game
your
of
mom?
Thrones, it is my mom. Yeah. What is she?
Something about
Oh, mom,
penises.
she saw it. She saw it. You saw the penis, mom?
Oh, good lord, this is awkward now.
Wow.
Okay.
That just got
You
weird.
know, 1 to 10, I guess. I don't know.
1
But
to
you know, she
10.
did put a nauseous face. So you didn't like the penis. You're not a fan though in general of nudity in shows. You're always like pack it away. I'm talking about people who are like they get real excited when there's titties.
I mean, to be fair, the storyline that led up to going to the brothel, it makes sense that the king had this relationship with these guys that he grew up with that were now in the king's guard, and one of them had been appointed, or Connor, what's his name, had been appointed as the hand of the king, but he was also in charge of the king. Already, and so he told them, basically said they need to straighten up, and they were like, "Hey, we got this new guy, we're gonna take him down.
Yeah.
He hasn't been with a woman," and the king's like, "I'm not supposed to hang out with you,
You guys,
but I'm gonna hang out." So I mean, it served story.
yeah.
Realistically, that's what whorehouses looked like back then.
It
Brothels
does
looked like.
just crack me up every time there's a penis on Game of Thrones, especially. And people are like, penis. Like, shut up.
I'm not worried about penises.
All the things
penises aren't attractive. I mean,
Although,
I ask any woman that you know, like, do you enjoy looking at penises? Most of them will say no.
yeah, penises aren't fun to look at.
Yeah.
There was that horrible one in Game of Thrones that had a wart on it. That was rough.
What?
In the later seasons of Game of Thrones,
How were you looking so closely to see that there was a
It's a
wart
plot
on
where
it?
he's talking about it. He's like, "Does it look like infected to you?" Because remember when Arya joins
don't
the
remember
like
that.
the troupe of like
No.
actors,
I don't remember.
and there's like a scene where they cut to the guy and he's like full fisting his dick in front of the camera and goes,
Jesus.
"Look, it's got a wart," and they're like showing him like inspecting it.
I do
and-
not
and when
remember
it
that. Was that
happened-
the episode Ed Sheeran was in?
No, but it was that season, I think.
I don't
But people
remember
were
that.
like, like a Pete, and I
mean-
remember seeing that. I was like, everyone grow up, and then it happened. I was like, oh,
Are you guys caught up yet on The Boys season 4?
I haven't watched
yes.
any of it.
Talk about penises.
So no, I was going to talk about talk about uncomfortable nudity.
Which one? The human
The-
centipede?
The doppelganger.
I'm not
human
caught up.
centipede scene.
I've got one episode.
Like
to
we
catch
didn't.
up
I
to.
didn't need the hair being pulled off of his face in that scene on
Yeah,
top of
no,
everything,
dude.
and the sound. That has to drive you crazy.
This season is gratuitous as
It
fuck.
is.
I
It
haven't-
is so good.
However,
and I can't wait for tomorrow.
the lactation scene, I
Yes.
was cracking up.
Squirted him right in the face, and he just did a full
He-
about face.
I feel
Oh my
like he
God.
didn't know what was going to happen.
when
Because
it
he
happened.
looks like he's about to laugh.
Oh my god! Have you seen the outtakes? A lot of
No.
times he doesn't know. Like they do stuff to him all the time for his reaction. It's great.
Nobody's forcing any. Shut up, DJ.
It's great.
What happened?
God,
You
I
said
love
I'm
that
worried
show.
about the women being forced to answer that question. Yeah,
Yep.
no, I haven't seen the outtakes, but in the take that they used in the show, he looks like he's about to laugh. Yeah.
I haven't seen any of it. I do.
Have you watched The Boys at all?
Yeah, I've seen all of the boys except for this season, but I haven't
Oh,
seen Gen V. Either.
get
so we're planning to
into
watch Gen
it
V
now.
first, and then the new season.
This is the worst season of The Boys so far.
I've seen people. say
No,
that
it's
too.
great because they're just going
Simon
so
Pegg
hardcore
is
after
in it.
Trumpers.
He's
and-
been in it from the start.
You're right, he has.
Yeah.
I forgot. But he's punching holes through people's chests.
I know why
now.
Chris is a big fan of this season because they have upped the
Because the Marjorie Taylor
political
Greene
discourse.
character.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
it's just right out there now.
I did see. I don't know the context because I haven't seen the episode, but I think not this last episode, but the one before it that I think is probably what you guys are alluding to, with some kink shit happening.
Wait.
People were like not happy with Eric Kripke because he was kind of insensitive about it in an interview. I guess I don't really know the
Who's Eric?
the showrunner.
Oh, okay, so there was a scene where
His hemorrhoids.
no, it's not my hemorrhoids. There was a scene where Quaid, what's his name?
Uh, uh, not Randy Quaid. That's Independence
His
Day.
son or Dennis
Jack
Quaid's-
Quaid.
Jack Quaid. There was a reference to a sexual assault that had happened,
Mhm.
and it had some comedic value to it, and people
Comedic.
right, and people
Yeah.
had issue with him using that as a
I think that I read part of like an interview, and Eric Kripke was being kind of like blasé about like saying like it was funny, and people were like, "Hey man, maybe choose your words more carefully
Yeah.
next time." But
Yeah.
again, I don't really know the context of it because I haven't seen it, so I don't.
God
know a
damn,
ton
you
about
bringing
it.
up all this controversy and shit all the time. We're not a social show, damn it. Stop being so divisive.
So stop being so divisive. I think you mean woke, brother.
Woke.
He's going woke.
Fucking liberals
He's getting them checks from Star
on the
Wars.
TV.
Disney sending him a check every time
Dude,
he says he
I
likes
was
the
cracking
Acolyte.
up. So I'm not going to get political, but I'm going to say that when it comes to politics, I get all of my sourcing from like looking at the bills that the House and Senate are actually working on, not like news sites.
Sure.
DJ's going to comment on this too, but someone said you've got to see what's on the floor right now. So I
Mhm.
looked, and there's
You
literally
shouldn't
a
have.
freedom of refrigeration bill and just dignity for dishwashers. Two separate bills because of the energy efficiency requirements that are changing.
Oh,
they
boy.
they literally submitted two different bills to the House and Senate.
And they'd love to go back to the old R refrigerants that are terrible.
Yeah.
Is this similar to the gas stove thing that was happening?
Yes.
Yes. But
Oh
it's
my
Freedom
God.
of Refrigeration Act. I was like,
They
what?
can't go down this
You know
road
what?
because it's going to get out of
It's-
control.
No. I just thought it was funny.
I love that we've got two bills like that. There's definitely not a housing crisis, a climate
Right.
crisis,
Ooh.
women's
We're not
rights
currently
being-
coming out of a
Well,
recession. Okay.
women's
With what
rights
happened
being
this
move on.
week-
ripped
Let's move
away.
on. Let's
Yeah.
move
But
on.
We'll,
thank
we'll
God-
talk about this outside of the
Let's
show.
move on. Let's
You
move
know
on.
what,
I
though?
don't want to get political. I just thought
You
that
know
was
what, though?
very funny.
We need that reform on refrigeration for all the fridging they're doing on the Acolyte. Anyway,
Oh, God.
Jesus.
Are we
Christ.
talking like youngest sister on Family Matters type fridging?
No.
what the fuck are
She
you
just
talking
suddenly doesn't exist as a character after a few seasons. The really little sister on Family Matters.
All right. So I was scrolling through TikTok.
Yeah.
And there are these two women that have a podcast, and on TikTok,
What podcast?
I don't know, but they challenged their husbands to either read, listen to the audiobook, or watch the 50 Shades movies.
Is it two older white blonde women?
No.
Okay, never mind.
And so I was like, I've seen the first one. I've read the books because I read everything. But I've seen the first one. I hadn't seen the second or third.
Mm.
So I binged all three of them. They are. Madam Web is better than any of these three movies.
Yeah, there's
They are terrible. The lack of chemistry between the two leads.
yeah, they like hated each other.
Yeah. How do you get three fucking movies out of that?
They like legitimately didn't like each
that
other in real
paycheck,
life.
Jamie Dornan, I think,
Mhm.
and then Dakota Johnson,
Who is beautiful.
who's beautiful. Jamie
And
is,
Jamie Dornan also beautiful.
Yeah, but he played the bad guy in Robin Hood with Jamie Foxx and
Oh, what's his fucking name?
Taron Egerton.
Taron Egerton. I actually really like that movie.
I did too.
It's
I
fun.
I still think, and I stand by this, and I've said it on this podcast multiple times. Using Jamie Foxx was a waste of a paycheck.
That's fair, yeah.
They could have hired any actor of color to play that role.
Yeah, they really just wanted the star power.
Yeah.
We've talked about this on the podcast before,
Yeah.
though. We agreed on that.
Multiple times.
Yeah.
Anyways, I just want to state for the record,
Uh-huh.
those movies offer no cinematic value whatsoever.
I've seen the first one. Don't really remember a lot of it. I remember a plane, maybe. Were they flying a plane at some
Mhm.
point? I feel like I do this a lot. I'm becoming aware of it.
Well, when you're talking about planes, you do the plane sign language for planes. Though we call it plane because of where he's from. Plane.
New York?
Yes, that's how they say plane.
You're from
in
New York.
In New York, when what we call planes is
I watched the plane on the TV using the divisive remote.
I watched the plane on the TV the day the towers fell.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You gonna tell me you didn't know it was going there? Anyways, so
No, they're not even starter kink movies. That's the thing, DJ. Like, you think you could watch them for some titillation. And even though Dakota Johnson, who I find attractive, is naked 90% of the second two movies, there is zero titillation happening.
Yeah, it's like these movies could at least have some value if like someone watched it and was like, oh, maybe I like some of this
Like,
shit.
I left the first movie going, oh, that motherfucker hurt her. And then she took him back in the second movie. I was like, bitch, please, come on. And then he did it again. And I'm like, there's a third movie?
Isn't there, is there 3 or 4 books? I can't remember.
The books read like an email exchange between high school students.
How do you mean?
Because a lot of it is like text message conversations
Oh, really?
written into book form.
Oh. Isn't this based off of a fan fiction?
No, it's based off of books.
No. I meant the original books. I
No.
think the
What-
lady
what?
was writing like a Twilight fan fiction.
No.
And
Alright.
then it got picked up and they like, she got a deal and they changed it around.
No.
I'm almost positive
Hey,
that's true, but we'll look it up after.
You
No.
guys may have known this, but this is blowing my mind a little bit. Dakota Johnson
Uh-huh.
is Antonio Banderas' stepdaughter.
Yes.
What?
Yes, Don Johnson and Melanie Griffith's daughter.
Oh,
Jesus.
You didn't fucking know that?
No.
Wait, Don
Yes.
Johnson finally made something good.
Don
Chris.
Johnson and Melanie Griffith's
Sorry, I had
daughter.
to.
And Antonio Banderas has been her father figure most of her life
Oh.
because she lived with Melanie growing up,
She's a
Huh.
Nepo
and
baby.
Melanie was in. Yeah,
What?
I mean, I think she's talented.
Oh yeah, no. I think people take the Nepo baby shit way too far sometimes.
What I love is her interactions with Jimmy Fallon whenever she's on.
Yeah,
I don't know if
I
you've
love-
ever seen that, but she
Yeah.
is deadpan hilarious.
Yeah, no, they're funny. Chris,
Yeah.
while you're on Google, can you
Mhm.
Google if 50 Shades of Grey was originally someone's Twilight fan fiction? I'm so
9/11
positive.
created
I'm
50
so
Shades of Grey.
positive.
You're the fucking worst.
Do you
DJ.
actually like? No, that's like the whole running joke is My Chemical Romance caused 9/11 or something like that, or
Oh,
9/11 caused
Jesus.
My
Okay,
Chemical
let's
Romance.
not talk about conspiracy theories.
I'll get it.
I have
sorted
a
before-
friend who has asked me to do a podcast with her on conspiracy
Oh,
theories.
it's not a conspiracy theory. It's like a joke that like
Oh,
there's some
no,
coincidence that like something My Chemical Romance did directly
So
led
have
to
you
9/11.
found
50
what
Shades of Grey.
inspired 50 Shades of Grey?
No, began as a fan fiction series titled Master of the Universe, inspired by Stephanie Meyer's Twilight novels.
How did you fucking know that?
There's a subreddit
Dude,
I
you
go
read
on.
way too much of the internet.
There's a subreddit I go on called Hobby Drama.
You read
Go
way
figure.
too much of the internet.
If you want a Reddit rabbit hole, go on Reddit Hobby
Dude,
Drama.
I went
Writer.
down a Reddit rabbit hole today of coincidence. Am I the asshole? Yeah. No, I was not the asshole actually.
But yeah, no, it's there. That's mostly where I see that shit. Hobby Drama. There's some real funny shit to it. But yeah, Stephanie Myers made her fortune.
Stephanie
off of-
Myers used My Chemical Romance's music to inspire her as she wrote her books that became Twilight. E.L. James wrote a Twilight fanfic and got you copied this from the internet, okay?
Yeah, 9/11 factors into there somewhere too. Oh, I think it's because something about 9/11 and then
Gerard Way witnessed 9/11. He
Yes.
created My Chemical
There we go.
Romance.
that's right. So it's like 9/11 created 50 Shades of
All
Grey.
right,
is the
you
joke.
guys know way too much.
Thank you
random
for
bullshit.
who said that? Who
It's
came in with?
DJ.
Okay, cool.
Don't give Felix any credit.
I'll give you credit on this one. I'll argue with you about Star Wars.
He copied that
occasionally.
shit from the internet.
Yeah, but you found it. You knew where to look, and that's a good. You're a good finder.
you know how to use Google. Congratulations.
You're a good finder.
We'll tell you what. We'll send you a Lego set for finding that. for
What the
us.
fuck?
Shit. We have that
Does
to
he
just
get
give
to
out?
pick?
I owe him a Lego set from like a year and a half
Oh,
ago.
okay, cool.
It's one of those jokes now where I just haven't shipped it yet, and he keeps giving me shit about it. So, yeah.
So you're not a
liar.
fan of 50 Shades. Do
Got
you
it.
like 50 Shades of Grey or the Acolyte better?
So, anyways, the point that I was saying
Oh,
is I read the
no.
books, and the books read like an email exchange between two high school students.
Your
Um,
commitment to this is ridiculous. that
The
you
other
read the
thing
books,
that I
too.
hate about it is that if you look at sub-dom relationships, there's no way that someone who is as dom as Christian Grey's character just folds like that.
Sure.
I mean, there's no way. It doesn't happen.
I don't know what you mean by him folding.
It
so-
exists. I've shown you live on camera, DJ. Shut it.
What, like you said?
It's a X-wing.
I'm gonna take it from him.
No, but I have a baby Yoda you can have.
Is it one of the life-size ones? Because those are terrifying.
Yeah.
The eyes on them are
Yeah.
awful.
Anyways, yeah. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that because, I would say the books are better than the movies, and the books are pretty terrible. If
Yeah.
that says anything.
Yeah. I remember the when those came out and people were just like they're letting people read softcore porn in public. It's like you prudes, chill out.
But we're not supposed to do that.
I mean,
Okay.
Chris is
you
like,
do it with the
"What?
full volume.
I'm
on,
reading
Chris.
softcore porn right now.
That's why people don't like it when you do it, Chris, because you're on the train with volume up.
I just kind of do this weird little.
Ooh, I got to check my email before I
the
talk
whole
about this
time.
next
I
thing.
mean, if I've at
Oh, okay,
least
so
chicken and want to whip out a book,
while you do that.
No, it'll take 2 seconds, but I had to ask if I'm allowed to talk about it.
I thought the lightsaber
Oh.
fights in the Acolyte were fantastic. I would be happy to recreate some of it if I had a lightsaber on hand.
Do you know how much I kind of want to see that?
Dude, listen, I can do the spin like from Revenge of the Sith.
oh my god,
The
Okay.
Odie Annie.
Terry Gilliam made a movie called Time Bandits way back in the day, and it was one of my favorite movies.
for those who don't know, member of Monty Python.
And
What's Monty Python?
Jesus.
Taika Waititi produced, directed, and has converted it into a TV series for Apple TV Plus.
TV.
Somebody got some early access. Watched the first 2 episodes today. I can't say anything else other than I've seen the first 2 episodes, and it is hilarious. The trailer is up online. Go find it. It's funny. Funny
Starring
shit.
Lisa
Stars
Kudrow,
Lisa Kudrow as
who
the captain of the bandits.
I think she's very funny. I like.
She is very funny. And Taika Waititi is also in it. Very much has like an IT crowd feel. It's very funny. Yeah. So it comes out on July 24th on Apple TV Plus.
Oh man, so you got some hella early access.
Yeah. So
When did you
I have
freaking go?
all 10 episodes. I've watched the first 2. So
Didn't even invite me over.
because you were working.
Oh, so you watched it during the workday?
Really? Really? Really?
That's okay.
What do you have playing throughout the workday as well?
Today?
Uh-huh.
I think it was House of the Dragon.
Yeah. Okay. So, anyways, just like you, an erotic cake for Father's Day. Yeah. So keep an eye out for that. Apple TV Plus starts July 24th. Exceptional. Really, really funny. It kind of harkens back to the original movie, which was great. So, definitely one I would recommend. I'll talk more about it once the embargo is up.
We'll talk more about it once you plebeians are allowed to hear about
Yeah.
it.
Keep an eye out for it. The trailer's out right now. Go watch it. All right, what else are we talking about today? All right, let's talk a little bit about some movies that we've watched.
Okay.
I watched 3 movies yesterday. 4 movies yesterday. 4 movies yesterday.
4 movies.
Starting at 6 o'clock. So that'll tell you how late I was up.
Gotcha.
So we'll start with one that we've both seen. Let's talk a little bit about In a Violent Nature. So I first heard about In a Violent Nature because it's this serial killer movie in the vein of Friday the 13th.
Mm-hmm.
But it's shown from the killer's perspective.
Yeah, that's kind of the hook, right? Is that
yeah.
get it?
Yeah.
Get it? The hook.
And it's campy.
Yes.
It's not really scary. It's more
No.
gruesome.
Yeah.
It has one of the coolest killing scenes that I've ever
Are you
seen.
talking about the hook?
The hook?
Yes.
Yeah, when he literally pulls her through herself.
Yeah, which is
Yes.
fun.
It's one of the coolest scenes. Just gratuitous gore.
Yeah.
Some really great editing for
Mhm.
some of the scenes when he drops the rock on the guy's head and the head explodes. But not a great movie.
No, I was like really excited about
Yeah,
it
same.
from the trailers, and I was like, man, this is like a really interesting perspective.
The trailers
And-
came out in 4K, and the
Yeah.
movie was literally in like not even widescreen
Yeah.
format.
And it just, I don't know, it really, it wasn't very interesting.
Yeah.
It was kind of boring. It felt like a movie that I could walk away from And then when I heard the
Yeah.
sounds of killing start, I'd be like, "Oh, okay." But the crazy thing about that movie is, like a friend of mine posted in a Discord
The
chat.
best part was the last 4 minutes of the movie.
Yeah,
The best part was the last 4 minutes of the movie when you're on the edge of your seat wondering what's going to happen. Is something going to happen? And then they put in literally the 5 best shots of the film
yeah,
that were probably like public domain images that they just paid $30 for and cut in as interstitials.
yeah,
That was the best part of the movie.
yeah. The thing that's shocking to me about this movie is that like the whole premise is it's a slasher flick from the slasher's perspective.
Yeah.
So you expect there to be a lot of slashing. And a friend of mine posted in Discord a compilation of all the kills. It's like a 2-minute long
Yeah.
thing. There's not that many kills.
It's
for
a whole lot of slow walking.
Yeah, and
There's nothing that drives me crazier than serial killer movies where they move at one speed
Yeah.
and they're still able to kill people. It's like zombie movies, right? They're so fucking slow. How are you getting attacked?
Yeah, it really felt like a movie that,
Until 28 days later.
I'm so excited. 28 years. I really felt like they took themselves way too seriously with the movie. They should have had more fun with it. There should have been more over the top weirdness. I wanted there to be maybe like a little more plot about like what's going.
Oh, there was no plot.
There
was the one piece with the first person that he killed,
yeah.
and it. Do you hear that?
A little bit of a hiss.
Okay.
I think, yeah. I kind of like the idea that because it's from the slasher's perspective, there's no one like uncovering the mystery. Like, who is he and why is he attacking us? It's
Well,
just
but
like,
there
we
was
go.
because you had the ranger later in the movie who said, "Oh, I fought him and buried him a year and a half ago."
Yeah, but it's like by that point, I kind of didn't really.
Yeah.
I didn't really care anymore.
I stopped caring about the movie.
There could have been a lot more fun to like maybe some exposition of a story. I do think it's an interesting.
Oh, I need to
angle.
put the belt around your calf.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like I don't know. It's fun.
It's a concept. I mean, and if you think about it, there's video games out right now that are kind of from the killer's perspective, so it makes sense
Like
that
Dead
someone
by
would make a
Daylight
movie
kinda
out of
thing.
it. But yeah, it's not great. I mean, if you have a subscription to AMC Plus, which includes Shudder, watch
Yeah, I
it.
would say if you've got
right?
Shutter already, you may as well just
It's a
watch it.
fun watch. I wouldn't spend money to go to the theater to watch it.
No.
It's one of those movies that I'm intrigued to see what the filmmakers are going to do later,
Mhm.
right? Like if they've done enough to get a deal to make a horror movie or do something with Blumhouse or
Yeah.
something. So it could. I mean, we'll see what it leads to. It's a student film. I mean,
Yeah.
it feels like a student film.
Yeah. No, for sure.
All right. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah. I saw this a while ago.
I actually loved this movie.
Yeah. I don't think any of the new like Planet of the Apes movies have really missed. I think they've all been at least fun.
Yeah.
This one's definitely more weird than the other. Like the other ones were still kind of grounded.
I didn't get the weird thing, but I hated William H. Macy.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I when I first saw him, I thought that they had put prosthetics on him to make him look like a human chimpanzee, like
Okay.
crossbred.
Sure,
person.
sure.
I was a little confused. I liked the female human character.
Yeah, she was in The Witcher as well, right?
Yeah. But the end of the movie was really confusing for
Yeah,
me.
because it's like and again, it's been a bit since I've seen it, but I feel like it's kind of like ends on a little bit of a cliffhanger with her. Like you're like, where
it's
did
just
she
like
really
all of a
stand the
sudden
whole
there's
time?
humans in this highly technological center. You're like, what?
Yeah,
You know, apes don't have guns, and then all of a sudden they find a vault that has tanks in it. And it's just like,
Yeah.
what?
it did just like there's been
There was a
3.
missile, and the apes climbed onto the missile, but they never shot off the missile. You know.
Yeah, there's been 3 before this, right? This is the 4th one.
I think there's been 4 before this.
Okay, either all the ones up till now.
I watched all of them before I watched this. They
Did
were
you?
all on Max.
I've watched them as they come out. I like them a lot.
No, I binged these a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
They were all on Max.
I would say this is probably my least favorite of the new like apes movies. But it is-
Proximus Caesar is my favorite character. Second favorite character in all of the new Apes generation
really,
movies.
who's your favorite?
The one that was played by guy from Happy Texas, Steve Zahn.
Oh,
the chimpanzee that they found in the museum.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
He was my favorite character. But that's just because I love Steve Zahn. But
Fair enough.
Proximus Caesar was fantastic.
Yeah.
The voice work in this, oh my god.
Yeah, no,
it's
the movie, it
fantastic.
was really fun, and it was cool to see a kind of more further far
I mean, I
flung
like the
timeline,
evolution
guess.
piece, right? The evolution piece is they've developed clans, they've developed forms of speech. The humans are now speaking their language and
Yeah,
things of that sort. I liked that because you'd think after X number of years that there would be some crossing in speech patterns and things of that sort. So I liked that.
you're definitely starting to see it becoming more of like the original plan. Like they're
Yeah.
slowly moving.
And there was a
towards
question
that.
too, though, where he said, do you want the planet or do you want the world to be taken over by humans again or something, right? Which was very kind of timely, reflective, like
Yeah,
humans fucked up the planet. Let's let chimpanzees see what they can do, that kind of thing.
we'll keep doing it, baby.
Yeah. Good movie. I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I
it's
kind of
fun.
wish I'd seen it in the theater. Just from a capacity and volume of the movie,
Yeah.
width and breadth. Um,
But from one monkey movie to the next.
the bike riders. What?
Nope, I was thinking about King Kong. Go ahead.
Okay. No, I don't want to talk about that yet. So I watched the bike riders last night.
Okay. I had no
Um,
familiarity with this when you told me. you
Austin
watched it.
Butler, Tom Hardy, Jodie Comer, who was in that movie with Ryan Reynolds, the video game character movie.
Oh, Fall Guy?
Yeah,
No,
Fall-
no,
Fall
no,
Guy. No,
no. I don't know. She was in Star Wars.
something guy.
She was Ray's mom in episode 9.
You're right. She was. Yes. Um, Here's the thing. I grew up in Illinois as a child, and that central Chicago, Lake Michigan shoreline accent. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, well, we're all drinking the beers and she
Oh, you
has
gotta get
and
the
she's
Bulls
got a
game on
heavy
there.
English accent and she's doing a stereotypical Lake Michigander woman.
What's your opinion on the show Shameless accent wise? Have you ever seen that? Like Emmy Rossum throwing up that big like, the Bulls are
I
playing
mean,
tonight,
Emmy
so
was
everyone's gonna
fine.
get a
Emmy
little
was
crazy.
fine. She was subtle. The girl who played her sister was really good. The
Mhm.
redhead.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Sorry, I didn't derail you.
no, you're fine. The movie was interesting because you have this character
Hmm.
and she falls in love with this guy that's in the motorcycle gang, the guy who always falls off his bike. The people made fun of him because he was always falling off his motorcycle. And then one day he just leaves. Just
Okay.
leaves. And it was weird because she was fine with it.
Yeah.
Like, he left for years. And then just shows back up like nothing. I was like, that was the weirdest part of the movie. But so this movie, The Bike Riders, is based off of a photo book
Oh.
by a photographer who embedded with a biker gang back in like the 50s
That's cool.
and published a table photo book. And in the movie, Mike Feist, who was in Dear Evan Hansen and has
Mhm.
done a lot of Broadway stuff, he played the character, the photographer.
Oh, okay.
And the character is also audio documenting. So this is based off of the book and then the audio
So
recording.
it's like Almost Famous, but for motorcycle gangs.
Yeah, but it's based on a true story.
Yeah. Well, so it was Almost Famous, isn't it?
It's
It's
loosely based
adapted
on
from a true
yeah.
story.
But this is like based on the
Gotcha.
photos and the stories of this guy. So he's interviewing Jodie Comer's character throughout, and Tom Hardy played the leader of the gang. And it felt like a documentary,
Mhm.
but it was clearly not.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. I thought it was well filmed, well acted. I like Austin Butler. There was a period of time post Elvis where I was like, God, he's doing that accent again.
Yeah. And he's like, I can't get out of it. But I mean,
But he's transitioned. He's still got the voice and the tone, which is fine. It makes sense. But the thing, he's charismatic as fuck.
he
man.
is. Molly showed
Like
me.
I have a man crush list, right?
Yeah.
And I've got Sean Connery and David Beckham, and that's it. Austin Butler is slowly climbing. Like there is a TikTok that is 6 minutes long of him flirting with women that are interviewing
I was gonna say
him.
Molly showed me like a video where it's like women can't be interviewed by
Oh my
Austin Butler
God.
because he just like
The eye contact, it's just
Yeah.
like, holy shit. And to think that that man was just in town.
was he?
Yes.
Oh yeah, for the 500, right?
Yeah. We're in Bismarck, North Dakota, though. So
Oh yeah, we're in Honolulu, Hawaii.
Hawaii. We're gonna go have some spam masubi after this.
I love spam. I like to do spam and some scrambled eggs. You know what I throw in there?
But yeah,
Scarlet
Austin
Reaper.
Butler and Jodie Comer waved the green flag.
Yes.
At the Indianapolis 500 this year.
Which we
so
live nowhere near.
That was a fantastic movie, and I enjoyed it. I encourage you to watch it once it comes
I
out on
definitely gonna
streaming.
Check it out.
Yeah, it was.
I like that the theme of tonight so far has been you being perplexed by men wronging women and women still accepting them.
Okay.
Like, that's like 2 movies now where you've been like, I can't believe he did this to her, and she just welcomes him back.
Here's the thing. People look at me and go, "Dear God, Tony, how can you say those things?" And
I
like
do
the
say that a
reality
lot.
is, I grew up, and people hate when I say this. I was raised by 5 fucking women. And it's like, if I compliment your shoes or your bag, it doesn't make me gay, and
I
it
don't
doesn't
think
make
anyone
me
was thinking
creepy.
that.
It's just force of habit. My sisters are like, "What do you think of these shoes? What do you think of this bag?" So if I see something I like, I'm gonna tell you.
I can guarantee you right now, you saying those kind of things is almost never why I'm like, Jesus Christ, Tony.
Why? Because they talk about how dark chocolate
Ah,
Lupita Nyong'o
come
is?
on. Not
I'm
again
gonna
with
lick
Lupita
her off
Nyong'o.
my fingers.
Not again with Lupita Nyong'o.
Oh
You
my
can't.
God, dude! She was just on Hot Ones.
Cut
So
his
hot.
mic. Cut his mic. We can't have another episode of this.
Sure we can.
We can't.
Also dating Joshua Jackson.
Oh my God. The people are begging you to just let Lupita go.
Nobody's begging me. I want you to say divisive, and you refuse.
Divisive.
There you go. Thank you.
It's wrong though. It's divisive.
Lupita.
If you've got a problem with Tony and the way he describes his crush on Lupita Nyong'o, text us, and we'll read it on
apparently
air.
you've had this conversation with your partner. Is that
No,
why
I
you're
was,
waiting
no,
for
I
her
was
to
like,
text
no,
you?
Mom, you think my partner watches this podcast?
Yes, you literally said to them, "I'm going to let you know when we start."
Yeah, I think they tune in a little bit occasionally. I keep thinking that's my phone. It's your phone.
It's not mine.
That wasn't me.
That is not mine.
Watch him look at me like, I got text.
Okay. Anyways, okay, if
Haven't watched that either.
so here's the deal. So I have garnered an interest in some sports recently.
Okay.
I was watching some clips of some of the US men's basketball team.
Okay.
And then was looking for like WNBA games, see if the Indiana Fever were playing. Watch Caitlin Clark. They were not playing. But right there, big banner. If watch now. So I clicked watch now. I have heard a lot of terrible things about this movie.
So have I.
Like
actually.
it's terrible. It's poorly written. It's poorly acted. It's poorly shot. I loved the movie. I
Did
thought
you?
it was adorable. I thought the little girl in the movie was fantastic. I knew what was happening like 5 minutes into it.
Sure.
So I knew how it was going to reach its end, and I didn't care.
Okay.
The worst part about the movie was that the director and writer put himself in the movie.
Oh.
So
Who was
John
the-
Krasinski
Oh,
was
was
the
it
worst part.
Was it John Krasinski?
Yep.
What was he? What was it? I see. I like.
He
John
played her
Krasinski,
father,
but-
and
okay.
he was in the hospital. He had a couple fun and endearing scenes, but then it was just like, why are you here? Ryan Reynolds was fantastic. The voice acting for all of the characters was fantastic.
Yeah.
I could find nothing wrong with the movie. Is it a perfect movie? No.
Free Guy was the movie where
Free Guy, that's
Fall
right.
Guy's the one with Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I heard bad things about the movie. That's not why I haven't watched it. I just haven't had a desire
Well, it just
to watch
came
it.
out on
but-
streaming yesterday.
Yeah. They really fucked that movie over though by like it didn't have a great box office and they were like, put it up at home on demand, and it was game over. That's
Yeah, I mean, it's to me, it's a quality movie. I think it's like elementary school, middle school age kids would enjoy it.
yeah, right up your
There's definitely, I mean, Ryan Reynolds is going to give off some adult humor, and there's a little bit.
Yeah.
But I mean, Disney does that, right? Um, Time Bandits is listed as kids and family on Apple TV Plus. Definitely an adult themed show.
Yeah.
This is definitely kids and family.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
You know, the Acolyte is TV-14, which means we can have one F-bomb.
Why are we still talking about the
I just
Acolyte?
want one F-bomb.
Have they not done it yet?
No, they don't say fucking Star Wars.
Gotcha.
It doesn't exist in that world.
All right, let's talk about the other movie that we've both seen.
It's
Godzilla
Godzilla X Kong.
Kong.
Or as Tony called it over on the way over
Gorilla
here, Gorilla
X
Kong.
Okay. So these movies have progressively gotten worse. to
But
me.
in a fun way. They're like Fast and
Wait,
Furious
a
movies.
Godzilla movie that's not good.
Yes.
What do you mean?
Shut the fuck
To be
up,
fair,
Neil.
this is more of a Kong movie than a Godzilla movie.
It kind of is, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a nice little beautiful story about found family.
It's also a Mothra movie. I mean,
Dude, Mothra is my favorite kaiju.
I liked some of the tone in the movie, the communication with the found people.
Yeah.
I liked the ice monster. That was very cool.
Oh, okay. I love
Um,
when Kong
the
takes the
baby
little one by
gorilla.
the ankle and just beating the shit out of other gorillas.
Yeah, that was funny. To me, that kind of echoed the trope of he can get completely beat up, have a building fall on top of him, and he just stands up. So when he's using the mini Kong and beating people up with him, I'm like, he's gonna.
I
be
love it
fine.
in the trailers. People were like, "Oh, it's Kong
Yeah,
Jr."
no,
like he
he's
had a
gonna be
baby,
fine.
and then it comes out that he's just wailing on
No,
people.
No. He's definitely not Kong Jr.
No.
He attacked him to begin with.
Yeah, that's true. People were really upset about Kong using a baby Kong as a weapon.
yeah.
It's baby Kong's fault. He should have fucked off. He shouldn't have been. He shouldn't have been. Fucking
Baby
with him.
Kong was begging for it.
He was asking for it.
Yeah. I mean, it was all right.
They're not good movies. Like, here's the thing.
The one that had Adrian Brody, not Adrian Brody.
Adrian Brody did do it.
Yeah, Adrian Brody. The one that had Adrian Brody.
That
in
wasn't
it
forever. That was Peter Jackson.
was okay.
Yeah.
It was Kong Skull Island.
I don't think Adrian Brody was in Kong Skull Island. I think he was in the Peter Jackson one in like
Skull
2000.
Island.
No, Skull Island is newer. That had like Sam Jackson in it. That has Tom Hiddleston in it. Skull Island.
Maybe that's the one. I'm thinking
Adrian
of.
Brody is the one from like 2000, like before 2010 sometime. Kong Skull Island is like 2013, I think. It has not Adrian, fuck you. Tom Hiddleston and Brie Larson and Sam Jackson.
Okay.
But I mean, it's like it's a fun movie. It's like, but like I said, it's like Fast and the Furious movies. You're not gonna go into that and be like, this is a masterpiece. But it's
This
fun.
was a combination of Godzilla, King Kong,
Mhm.
and what was that movie with the kaiju?
Pacific Rim.
Yeah, and Pacific Rim.
Technically, they're all kaiju. Kaiju just means big monster.
I understand this. And karaoke means tone deaf.
I love Pacific Rim though. I love kaiju movies and I love mechs.
I need more. I want a series. I want a Pacific Rim series.
I want a video game. I think a Pacific Rim co-op game where
No,
you have to.
They've tried that. Titanfall failed miserably.
Don't remind me. I love Titanfall.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Apex Legends, for ruining
Oh my god,
Titanfall.
it's terrible right now too. the
You
game. Oh my
took
God.
away any chance of us getting a Titanfall 3 because they're like, oh, all they care about is this aspect.
All
of
right. Well, it's 9:00.
Yeah,
So we gotta
I know.
close this down.
It's almost bedtime.
So here's the interesting thing. We're gonna start getting some more screeners, hopefully in the market.
Yes.
Also working on relationships directly with studios so that we can get some more action there.
Is one of them Disney or Lucasfilm? Because that'd be sick.
We're trying.
Woo-hoo!
So, anyways, hopefully we'll have some more pre-release content coming out very soon. We are in a market that is not very popular for pre-release content right now.
Yeah, not a lot
So-
of people come to Dunston, Missouri for their.
Dunston, Missouri.
I just made that up.
I grew up in Missouri. There is not a Dunston, Missouri.
up. Yeah, I hear the music.
I
He's
hear it
playing
too.
us off.
Turn it up, Chris.
You're the one
getting-
you said we were getting towards the
Thank
end.
you so much for being here tonight. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening.
And even if you
Glitch
didn't
Energy, Space
listen-
Panda Delta, Lux Bidet. Oh, hey, you know what we forgot? CoffeeDudesCoffee.com.
That
my
guy?
God, who runs Coffee Dudes Coffee, Tony?
Producer Chris runs Coffee
Oh
Dudes Coffee.
shit, Chris, do you run Coffee
Hand
Dudes
roasted
Coffee?
artisan coffees.
iCanHasCoffee.com/iHasCoffee.com/CoffeeDudesCoffee.com
Why are you slashing all those?
because it's all of his different URLs.
We like Slasher.
Yeah.
Wait.
Slash.
I don't know
Mike
if there's
Chris
currently
Lopez.
an active coupon code, but if you watch our socials at Twitter/Popcorn Tribunal,
Why are you saying slash?
I'm gonna nut punch you.
Try it. My nuts have been
All
gone
right,
for
play
years.
us off, Christopher.
Get us
Thank
outta
you,
here.
everybody.
Play us off. That doesn't sound right.
I didn't say jack.
But I'll try
Never
my
mind.
best.
Suck me off, Chris.
What? Your
Lift
mother
off.
is listening.
Wait to
Yeah,
play
my
you
parents
off.
have heard
Bye,
me say that.
guys.
Bye, Mom and Dad.
Bye, Mama Blaha. Oh, I'll call you when I get
and
home.
Dad Blaha. My dad
Oh,
watches tonight.
Papa. Papa
Bye,
B.
Mama and Papa Blaha. Thank you for
I'll
watching.
text you when I get home.
I will text you guys when I get home. I'll probably text Mom because I think you don't always have your phone with you, Dad. So I'll text
That's
Mom.
a
but
great
she'll
story.
Let you, know.
should tell that at parties.
I do.
Bye,
actually.
Miles. Bye,
Definitely
DJ.
not watching. Yeah, see you later, DJ. I still don't respect your Star Wars opinions. I think I don't remember if you're the one I talked to about it. Someone in chat once was talking
Oh,
about Star
stop
Wars,
it.
and I didn't like
That
their
was
Star Wars
Wendy.
opinion.
Thank you very much.
I think there was someone else.
And that's the reason she no longer listens to the podcast.
Wow.
It's because you said, fuck you, Wendy, remember? Jesus Christ.
I respect all Star Wars opinions that aren't weird and bigoted. And then sometimes I just say "fuck you" to be funny.
Can you end stream, please?
No, don't
Nah,
end it.
I love
It's
it.
time for my it's my open
I
mic
will.
time.
I will
Get
go.
off
I will
screen,
go
Tony.
unplug your modem.
Get
Can I
off
just?
screen.
I'll mute him. You want me to mute him?
Yeah, let's.
How
do it.
dare you? How dare you?
How dare you? I need an effect, like a high squeaky voice effect. on
How
there.
dare you, Chris Felix?
Hi. Hello.
I think the Star Wars is really cool.
All right, I'm taking my headphones out.
Yeah,
Bye,
take your
guys.
headphones off. Now it's just you and me, audience. If you're still here, you're listening to just me, and I'm listening to just you. I think I respect why Tony doesn't like where the Acolyte has gone. Personally, though, I actually really like that they were bold enough to kill off half of the main cast to show you that this dude means fucking business. He and his arms. Oh my god, he's so fucking strong, and he just ganks like 9 Jedi. It's crazy. You think I don't care if they can see me? I only care if they can hear me.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. I will text you when I'm home, Mom and Dad.